From nobody to notable, the story of John. John wasn't born with a spotlight on him, no silver spoon, no fancy connections. Just a regular boy from a quiet town with dreams bigger than his circumstances. He wasn't loud, nor did he crave attention. But deep inside, he carried a burning desire to make an impact. There comes a point in every life where silence surrounds effort, where applause feels a lifetime away, and dreams seem more like distant stars than guiding lights. This is the story of what happens when someone dares to rise anyway. This is the story of becoming from nobody to notable. John was just another name on the roster, just another face in the crowd. Not the smartest in class, not the strongest in the gym, not the loudest in the room, invisible almost. When people talked about potential, his name was never mentioned. When success stories were written, he was never the headline. John grew up in a neighborhood where dreams were considered expensive luxuries, best left to fairy tales and movies. But deep down, something flickered. A whisper in his heart kept repeating, "There's more to you than this. Keep going." So he started small, reading books nobody else touched, practicing skills when no one was watching, failing and failing again, but never quitting. Because he understood something early. You don't have to be great to start, but you must start to be great. Every hero's story is filled with hardship. He faced rejection countless times. He was laughed at for dreaming too big, mocked for working too hard on something no one else believed in. Doors didn't just close on him, they slammed. But he kept going, not allowing the noise around to slow him down. Late nights, early mornings, painful sacrifices. He watched others get picked while he was overlooked. He saw people with less effort rise quicker. But instead of quitting, he built patience. He turned pain into fuel, doubt into discipline. Every no became a step closer to his yes. He had no crowd cheering for him, so he became his own biggest fan. No mentor guiding him, so he studied others from afar. And above all, he never stopped believing that his story wasn't meant to end in silence. Instead, he studied more. He stumbled. He got back up. Then one day, it happened. He leaned into his truth. He didn't pretend to be perfect. He was real. He didn't blow up overnight. He built over time, day by day, word by word, heart to heart. Every notable person you admire once stood where you are, questioning, trying, failing. Years later, he was notable. He became a name people looked up to, and everything changed. Not because he shouted the loudest, but because he stood the longest. Not because he was the best at his work, but because every single day, he showed up again and again. Not because he didn't stay stuck, but just because he rose up again and again. Here's what made him different. He didn't quit. Not because of luck, not because of timing, but because preparation finally met opportunity. And this time, someone noticed. This time, his work spoke so loudly it couldn't be ignored. One small win became a ripple. One ripple became a wave. His name started spreading. Not because he asked for fame, but because he delivered value. People finally saw what had always been there: relentless heart, unmatched resilience, and quiet strength. He didn't rise by pretending to be someone else. He rose by becoming more of who he already was. Today, they call him a leader, a changemaker, a mentor, a success story. But if you ask him, he'll tell you, "I'm just a product of persistence, not privilege." He remembers the silence, the doubt, the nights of questioning, and that's exactly why he gives back. That's why he shows up for others walking their own invisible roads. Because once you've made it out of the dark, you carry the light for those still finding the way. He didn't get here by chance. He earned every step of the way, from nobody to someone who helped others see they were never nobodies to begin with. Maybe you're watching this and feeling stuck, invisible, ordinary. But hey, hear this. You matter. Your effort counts, even if no one applauds right now. Your value isn't diminished because it's unrecognized. Keep showing up, keep learning, Keep doing it scared, tired, unsure, just don't stop. Because one day someone will tell your story and they'll say, they went from nobody to changing lives. So can you. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to start and never stop. And never forget, you're capable of greatness.